Morning everyone, on this lovely morning. This is our continuing lockdown yoga YouTube sesh. We're going to concentrate on back bends today, or bending anyway. I won't take us up to wheel. Wheel's sort of the ultimate, where we're in a bridge pose, but up on arms as well. But we'll do all the prelims to it. You can do it in your own time. It's a bit difficult when I'm not there to check you out or even to help you get into the pose. Okay, so back bends generally. Okay, so if we come into our comfortable sitting position, okay, nice relaxed position, nice straight spines, close your eyes, feel the weight of your head and just settle everything down this morning. Feel through your body, scan it from your head down your spine, vertebrae, feel your torso. Try and relax everything and soften everything, so any muscles you feel engaged holding this position, just feel them, release them. Observe your mind, see how you're feeling today, and try and just calm everything, relax everything. Try not to worry about anything. Okay, if your mind tries to take you away, just bring it back to your body, your internal feelings. Just acknowledge where it's trying to take you, and just keep doing that for the whole of the session. This is all about you and your body. Relax your arms and your legs and your face, particularly relax your forehead, mouth, cheeks, even your tongue, neck, eyes particularly, relax them all. Okay, so just feel them, release them, so it feels like your face is sagging. And then settle on your breath, so nice steady breaths in and out, 2 or 3 nice steady deep inhales. And then another inhale with a retention, so hold the breath. Feel the stillness as you hold your breath, feel through your body, try and relax it all, don't introduce tension when you hold your breath. And then release nice and steady, squeezing the diaphragm up towards your rib cage or pulling the belly in before relaxing it. Another deep inhale with a retention. Hold, relax, feel, and then release again, squeezing the air from your lungs, relaxing into a final deep inhale with a retention, and then release. Okay, just gently open your eyes, take a soft focus on the floor, and then as you inhale, arms out to the sides, okay, bring them all the way up to the top. You can release the gaze, look at your fingers, look up at the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. Nice deep breath in, and then we're going to sway to the right hand side, so that right arm comes to the floor, soften through the elbow, and then gently push the other arm up and away, feel into that left hand side and breathe into the rib cage, so gently sort of push your ribs away from you, feel that beautiful stretch, take it easy as you inhale, soften the stretch a little as you exhale, extend it, so use the breath to really extend that stretch, don't overdo it to begin with. Okay, we're just warming up. Okay, and then gently flow to the other side, so coming all the way over, other arm planted, soften the elbow, and then coming over. You can bend that elbow as much as you want, depending on how far you feel as though you can come over. You can just keep going. Okay, but try not to allow your rib cage to crunch onto your pelvis. Okay, hold, extend the arm, breathe into your right rib cage, push it out. You can really feel those muscles of your ribs stretching, your QLs at the sort of back of the base of your ribs. Okay, coming back up, both arms up to the top, and then we're just going to just gently rotate, sort of try and do it from the hips. You don't have to go too far, okay, but just feel So the muscles of your upper thighs engage to hold you as you bring the weight over. Just gentle rotations, really good for waking up the lower spine. Okay, you can bring your arms down if it's a little bit too much for you. Okay, but try and bring your arms up, intertwine your fingers, bring them to the backs of your heads. Okay, come to a central position, and then again stretching over to that right hand side. Okay, this time just gently twist so you're looking down to the ground. Okay, and then turn your head up to the ceiling. Okay, you'll feel the stretch move, and then gently pull your shoulder, your upper shoulder back. Okay, feel that stretch sort of change. Come up to the top. Okay, sway over to the other side. Okay, same drill. Okay, feel everything that's engaged first of all. Pull that elbow up, look up to the ceiling. Okay, inhale, come back up, palms out to the sides, round to the back, intertwine the fingers, push the backs of the hands away, gently press the sternum forward, look up, so you've got this gentle upper back bend. Okay, pull the hands away from your lower spine, breathe, and then come back and release. Release your hands. Okay, straighten your legs, get rid of your blocks if you've got any. Come into a wide-legged position. Okay, just bring your legs out as far as your hips and your inner thigh muscles will allow. Okay, feet vertically upwards, try and spread your toes, engage the muscles of your legs. Okay, so feel as though they're nicely engaged. Okay, now, first thing, we keep the spine nice and straight, and then just gently tilt it forward, okay, until you feel these muscles here engage, your lower back muscles as well, and your hamstrings. Okay, you grab hold of wherever you can down your legs. Okay, keep that spine nicely straight. You can soften the knees if it helps. Okay, but try and get that beautiful efficient engagement where you feel everything stretched up. Okay, and just gently keep pushing your chest towards the floor, keeping your head lifted or your chin tucked so your spine's nice and straight. Okay, now I feel this in my low back here. I feel it in the inner the hamstring muscles and the IT bands of your thighs too. Okay, but you may feel it in a different place. Okay, but just go with the feeling. Okay, and breathe into that stretch. Okay, keep pushing your chest to the floor. Okay, try and soften into the pose. Your body will get used to it if you convince it that it's safe to go further and deeper. Breathe nice and steadily. Okay, nicely release, come back, bring your hands around behind you, fingers pointing away. Okay, and then just push your chest out, bring your hands as close together as you can behind you. Okay, it really squeezes that chest and the shoulder blades together. Press your chest forward, curl the upper spine, release your head if it's comfortable, or just hold your head in this position. Okay, it really is good for opening that throat chakra, the Vishuddhi opening, but it can stir the emotions, so take it easy. Breathe, hold, and then release. Okay, hold the weight of your torso, bring your arms up to the top, take a breath in, push the fingers up to the ceiling, take a breath in again. As you exhale, bring that right hand down inside your leg. Okay, and bring as much of your forearm, elbow to the floor if you can, and then with the other arm vertically upwards first of all, look up at it. Okay, and then gently bring it over to point at that right foot. Okay, but feel it all the way in those QLs again, those really big muscles behind in your back, just below your ribs. Okay, it takes a lot to get these stretched, and this is what does it. Okay, breathe as you do it, push into the ribs. Okay, as you inhale, sort of soften the stretch. As you exhale, use the exhale to stretch the muscle. Okay, it's like a little flow that you do with yourself. You can close your eyes to accentuate the feeling. Okay, you feel yourself going further and further as you breathe. Okay, inhale, come back up. Flow over to the other side, so that left arm inside that leg, wherever you're comfortable, other arm vertically upwards. Okay, point away, and then start to bring it over in an arc. Try not to curl forward too much. Pushing it over towards that foot. feeling those muscles stretch. Breathe into the rib cage. Beautiful. Remember, flowing with that breath, flowing with the stretch. Okay, nice and steady. Come back up. And then release the hands behind you one more time. This time, just press into your heels, lift your hips, and lift your hips up as high as you can. Hold, breathe, and then release. Well done. Come back into tabletop position. Okay, so bring your knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath shoulders. Or again, if your wrists are a little bit tight, you can move them forward slightly. Just go with your natural angle of your wrist. Okay, press into all 6 points, tops of the feet particularly. Okay, into cat-cow. So inhaling, this is beautiful for the low back. Okay, so push the belly to the floor, feel your spine and the muscles surrounding it release as you push into this. Okay, take it easy. Look up if that's comfortable for you, or just feel the curl in your spine. Push your sit bones to the ceiling. Okay, it really accentuates it, because what you're doing is you're scooping the pelvis. Okay, don't overdo it, just go with feeling. Okay, as you exhale, curl like a cat, so the spine goes completely the other way. You press into your hands, squeeze, you can scoop that pelvis, so push that pubic bone towards your chin, allow your hips to sink back. Okay, and then feel that beautiful stretch in your low back. Okay, it really stretches those muscles all the way up your back, feels beautiful. Inhale, come back through into cow. Okay, and exhaling, cat. Final time, inhaling, coming through, looking up, pushing sit bones up, exhale, into cat, final time, and then soften. Coming into puppy pose, so rear half stays the same, we walk to the top of the mat, so front half is a bit like downward dog. Okay, so try not to bring your forearms to the floor. Okay, this is all about the shoulders and upper back. Okay, but we just try and soften, relax the shoulders, release chin and chest towards the floor. Okay, now if that's a little bit too much for your wrist, just bring your weight or your bum back towards your heels, but keep your arms straight. Okay, that's the secret in puppy pose. So we just feel that softening, chin to chest to the floor. Okay, you can come out further if you feel like it, and I mean, some people will get their chest on the floor, but that's the aim. Okay, but just soften into it, don't worry where you are, just try and relax and breathe. Okay, you can just straighten one leg. Okay, you can straighten both, but that puts a lot of pressure on stuff. Straighten one leg, swap over. Okay, you feel that sort of stretch from your hips to your fingertips. Final breath here. And then bring your forearms to the ground, walk back up, come into a high kneel. Okay, so straight line between knee and shoulders. Okay, press into the tops of your feet. We're going to come into a sort of cross camel. So just bring the arm nearest to the camera around, or the TV, whatever you're looking at. Tuck the toes. We want to try and touch the opposite heel if you can come back a little bit. Okay, once you've touched it with your fingertips, or maybe you're not, maybe you're here, but just attempt it. Bring the other arm vertically upwards and push your hips forward. So we're trying to remain sort of in a relatively straight line between knees and shoulders, but obviously you'll feel that sort of curl in the spine with a twist too. Okay, you'll feel it in this sort of left hand side, depending on which arm you've got behind. Okay, breathe, stretch that arm up to the ceiling, feel everything, push the hips forward. Beautiful. Final time. Nice and slowly swap over, so bring the other arm up vertically, swivel. Okay, it'll be different either side. Try and touch the opposite heel, press the arm up, push the hips forward. Okay, breathe, feel, and then come back up. And then bring both arms around behind you, fingers pointing down, thumbs to the outside, squeeze the elbows together. Okay, so camel pose, but in a sort of supported position. So keep squeezing the elbows together, Release your head if it's comfortable backwards, or just try and curl the upper spine. Okay, you'll see the low back, you're holding it, so try and sort of leave it alone. This is upper spine. Really, you can release your hands. If you can tickle the tops of your heels again, do so. Push your hips forward. Okay, release. Come back up. Arms come up, intertwine the fingers. Okay, bring the palms, base of the palms together if you can, a bit like a hammer, and then bring the arms down, pointing forward. Arms horizontally level with the ground. Push your hands forward so you feel your shoulders separate. Okay, as you inhale, bring the arms up, bend at the elbow, and then bring the hands down, pointing down your spine, lifting the elbows, trying to keep straight shoulders, knee. Okay, allow that triceps to stretch. Take a breath in. As you exhale, straighten the arms, extend them. Okay, really feel the shoulder blades squeeze apart, shift apart. Okay, inhale here. Exhale, move, bend. Second time, pull the elbows up and back. Breathe. And then bring the arms vertically upwards, release, bring the hands around behind you, intertwine the fingers, press the backs down to the floor, squeeze shoulder blades together. Okay, now press into the tops of your feet. You'll need this sort of for support. Nice deep breath in, tilt from the hips. Okay, we're going to try and bow to the floor, but obviously holding a balance on our knees. Lift the arms up as far as you can, tickle the forehead on the floor. Okay, keep lifting the arms, hold, breathe. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, come back up. Okay, one more of those. Take a breath in here. Exhale, bow, tilt from the hips. Keep the balance. Press into, or just tickle the forehead on the floor, lift the hands away. Inhale, come back up. Okay, release the hands, bring them to the floor, coming into downward dog. Hands to the top of the mat, tuck the toes, and then straighten the legs. Bicycle, bending, straightening, one and the other. Okay, push the bum up towards the ceiling, push the heels towards the floor. Okay, and then allow the head to sort of melt between your arms. Remember, you can bend your knees, pull the bum back to the heels, sort of feel that extension, hips to hands. Once you've got that, straighten the legs back up, heels towards the floor. Breathe, hold, release. Nice and slowly come up on tippy toes, and then walk on your tippy toes towards your hands, and then push back onto your heels, into forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to, grab hold of your elbows, relax head, shoulders, head and neck, and as you do that, gently push shoulders to, elbows towards the floor, and extend, so you're being as long as you can between elbow and hips. Breathe, straighten the legs a little bit if you can or want to, gently sway from side to side, and then release the hands, intertwine the fingers, bring them on the back of the head. We're going to sort of roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, so first of all, we sort of try and keep your chest as close to your thighs as you can, and then keep the head bent so you feel as though your head is tilting. Chin to chest is always helpful. Okay, and then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, if your legs are bent, straighten them. Okay, feel that curl in the spine first of all, and then feel each vertebrae as you roll up. Keep the head or chin on chest as you come up, until you will feel your spine is nicely straight. Okay, press into the soles of your feet. Okay, so feel really upright, straighten the spine, keep pressing gently, lift your elbows out to the sides. Okay, so feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Inhale, start to lift the head, elbows still outwards, look up, bring the elbows back. Feels lovely, the sun on my face. Okay, arms out to the side. Okay, pull the backs of the hands towards one another. Okay, so you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. Okay, inhale, arms up to the top. Okay, so you're nice straight line. Okay, extend all the way through your body so you're lifting nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you exhale, open the arms. We're going to come into half forward fold. Okay, bring the arms down either side of your torso. Okay, so they're pointing backwards. Okay, and into a half forward fold. Okay, so your back's nicely flat. Squeeze the arms into your side. Nice space between the fingers, push them backwards. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Okay, takes pressure off the low back. You'll find the more you straighten your legs, the more weight is transferred to this low back here. Okay, so if it's a bit dodgy, then bend the knees as much as you need to. Okay. Arms squeezed to the side, fingers pointing backwards. Okay, this is where we extend, so pushing the bum backwards and the head forwards, and especially on the exhale. Okay, this sort of creates a sort of stretching for your vertebrae. Half forward fold. Okay, so as you exhale, really concentrate on pushing the crown forward and pushing your bum backwards. Okay, keep the arms nicely engaged. Couple more of those. And then nice and slowly bending the knees, pendulum the arms forward, come into chair pose. Okay, weight into the heels, wiggle the toes, arms in line with your torso, bum as close to the floor as your thighs can take, hold and breathe. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come into traditional forward fold. Tickle the floor. Inhale, right leg comes back into lunge. Okay, nice and steady. Feel everything. Okay, you will feel it, really feel it in this hip flexor. Okay, so just take it easy as you press that pelvis forward and then release the knee to the floor. Top of the foot engaged. Pendulum the arms as you come into crescent moon. Okay, now this is where we do a sort of steady, gentle back bend, but you need to press into all 3 points to stabilize it. Okay, and the pubic bone pushes forward and down towards the heels. Okay, feel that spine curling. Nice deep breath in here. Hold the curl, bring your arms into goddess arms. Okay, pull the elbows back. Okay, really feel the shoulder blades squeeze together, opening the chest. Breathe. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring the elbows, palms, forearms together and squeeze. Okay, hold and squeeze. Take a breath in. As you exhale, open them again. Again, push the sternum forward, pubic bones slightly forward and down. Press into your bent right knee. Okay, there's a lot going on. Hold. Take a breath in. Exhale. Squeeze together. And then release. Come back down into your low lunge. Tuck the toe. Come into high lunge. Nice deep breath in. Right leg joins left into forward fold. Swap over. Inhale. Left leg goes back into lunge. Okay, again, just take it easy. Different hip flexor. Feel it. Okay, sort of experiment with it. Explore it. Breathe before releasing. Knee to the floor, top of the foot. Pendulum the arms coming up. Again, different side, different hip flexor. Again, extending, holding that crescent moon, curling the spine, opening the arms into goddess arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze, elbow, forearms, palms together, hold. Inhale, exhale, open, squeeze, shoulder blades, sternum forward. Inhale, exhale, squeeze it all together. Hold. Release, come down into low lunge. And then bring that right knee back into tabletop. And then we're just going to walk out, come into our forearms into Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath shoulders, forearms parallel, hands nicely spread or intertwine the fingers. Okay, feet hip width apart, Start to press into your forearms, pull your elbows back, push your hips forward, and then feel that spine beautifully curl once more, nicely warm, gaze is level, tuck your chin in. Okay, so the spine is better alignment. Breathe, feel that expansion, front abdominals as you breathe in. Okay, you can tuck toes as well and lift the knees off the floor, try and get your thighs off the floor too. Okay, you'll feel the movement in your sort of low back as you do that. Okay, don't overdo it, just feel it. If it doesn't feel right, release. Okay, final breath here, and then release, hands underneath your shoulders. Okay, bow to the floor, so forehead to the floor. We're coming up into Cobra. Okay, so inhale, lift head and shoulders, and then lift your hands. Okay, so we're just purely low back muscles. Hands to the floor, bow down. Inhale, come up. Lift hands. Hands down, bow down. Final time, inhale, come up. Lift hands. And then one hand on top of the other. Turn your head one way or the other. Relax everything down and breathe. Okay, release your arms down by your sides, palms facing down, feet together, squeeze toes, heels together, squeeze your bum, push your pubic bone into the floor. Inhale, lifting head and shoulders, lifting feet too, arms come vertically upwards, backs of the hands point towards the sky. Okay, hold and breathe. You'll notice that as you inhale, you'll sort of lift. We'll try and accentuate it as you do, 3 times. And then release down. Turn your head, just relax for a couple of moments. We'll do one more of those. Okay, inhale. Squeeze feet together again, pubic bone to the floor. Lift, arms vertically upwards, breathe 3 times. Take it easy, don't go, that's it. Nice and steady, feel everything. Final time. And then release, one hand on top of the other, turn your head and then relax everything down. So let everything go. You can just gently rock side to side, hip to hip. Okay, just to release those low back muscles. Okay, I want you to tuck your toes in this position. Straighten your legs or lift your knees off the floor and then sort of withdraw your pelvis from the ground. Okay, so your hips are off too. Okay, hold that position. And then release. Relax, bend both legs. We're going to try and do bow. Okay, so traditional bow, we hold the inside of our feet rather than the outside. Come onto your chin and then just gently pull your elbow, or pull your heels to your buttocks to begin with. Okay, just try and feel your top thigh muscles. Okay, see how they release, how they stretch maybe. Okay, and I'll take this steady. Okay, but as we inhale, start to lift the head and shoulders, push your hands in, so your feet into your hands, and then lift into bow pose. A couple of breaths here. Again, as you inhale, you can lift, press into your hands a little bit more. And then release. Well done. One hand on top of the other. Turn your head and then relax all of those muscles of your low back. Gently rock hip to hip. Nice and slowly. Hands underneath shoulders. Elbows in. Coming up into Cobra. Head and shoulders lift. Release pelvis. Press into knees. Bum back to heels. Tuck your toes. Sit over them and come into a sitting position. Hi Yaz, how you doing? Good go. Okay, so engage the muscles of the leg, push the heels away, flex the feet, spread the toes. Okay, press into your sit bones, lift through the spine. So spine's nicely straight, arms in line with your hands. Okay, push the fingers away, extend through the shoulder blades and then release, come back maybe halfway, okay, wherever your tummy muscles will allow, arms out to the sides, and then you can bend your knees, lift your heels just off the ground, okay, sort of like an extended half boat, maybe 3/4 boat, okay, but lift them, sort of bring them up further if it's easier, or just one leg is fine too, just find your own level. Okay, nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, you can squeeze knees to chest. Okay, this is core compression, so you can squeeze. So this is strength the other way, if you like. So it's pulling and squeezing through your core. Inhale as you come back out. Exhaling, squeezing. Okay, so it's strengthen the end range of your core. Squeeze. Inhale, come back out. Final time. Squeeze. Exhale, hold, squeeze, you feel those muscles. Inhale, come out. Release the feet, legs to the floor. That's it, beautiful. Sit upright once more. Okay, nice deep breath in, arms up to the top into staff pose. Okay, arms vertically upwards, extending, being as long as you can from hips to feet. Nice deep breath in. And then coming into forward fold, so keep extending as you come down, push the chest forward, don't worry about how far you come down, try not to curl through the spine like that, okay? Keep your spine straight and then release your arms wherever, or hands, and grab wherever you can get to. You can bend your knees a little bit if it feels good, but the idea is to try and keep that spine straight, okay? And then hold, and can release the head and neck and breathe. Try and move deeper into the pose as you focus on it. Feel the muscles that are being stretched. Okay, the more you sort of feel them, relax them, the further you go. Keep that integrity in your spine though. Okay, final breath here. Release, sit back up. We're going to come all the way back to the floor. Okay, but do it in a controlled way. Nice and steady, focus between your feet. Squeeze in this tricky first vertebrae point, really squeeze. And then try and control that point to the floor. Well done. Okay, bend your knees, arms down by your sides. We're going to come into bridge pose. Okay, so feel into your feet first of all. So feel your soles of your feet and try and press down equally through the whole of your foot as you inhale, bringing the hips up, press into your feet, pushing your hips skywards. Okay, you can, if your spine curls, you can sort of create room for your shoulders, intertwine your fingers under your back, keep pressing your hips upwards, push into your feet, breathe, nice deep breath in, as you exhale, release, again, back comes to the floor. Okay, press into your low back, squeeze your abdominals, so press your low back into the floor and hold it. Okay, you'll feel these muscles beautifully engaged, hold, breathe, and then soften, release and relax. Okay, it feels really good when you do it that way. Okay, with the arms this time, same bridge, inhale, arms up and over your head, press into your feet, lift, pressing hips upwards, holding, pressing the arms away from you. You can intertwine fingers, it sort of brings in different muscles when you do that, pushing the backs of the hands away, keep pressing your hips upwards, final breath. And then release, bring your arms down beside you. Okay, now from this position, all I want you to do is a sort of quick movement. We're going to come into fish pose, but what we do is we just straighten our legs. As we do so, come up onto your elbows. Okay, and then just bring the backs of your hands underneath your bum, this way here. Okay, elbows as close as you comfortably can. Release your head backwards, push your chest upwards. Come into fish pose. Okay, if you want a little bit more, then you can straighten your arms, push your fingers down to your feet. Okay, and then bring the crown of your head to the floor. So it just tickles the floor, so most of the weight's still in your elbows. Okay, but try and curl through your upper spine as much as you can. Okay, so fish pose, final fish pose, don't overdo this. Okay, you can bend your knees and lift your legs or straighten them sort of into a more sort of concentrated pose. You don't have to do that. Okay, this is all about the spine and your low back, sort of upper back too. Breathe, opening through the chest too. Okay, come out of the pose, so bring your head back up. Okay, bend your knees once more. Bring your low back to the floor, release your arms. Okay, bring your arms out to the sides. Okay, lift your feet off the floor, come into a sitting position on your back. Okay, squeeze your knees and your ankles together. Depends on the shape of your legs. Okay, you might be squeezing your calves together as well, but squeeze whatever you can together. Nice deep breath in, hold them squeezed, release the knees to the left hand side. So hold them squeezed together. Don't allow your right shoulder blade to lift off the floor. Bring your knees over as far as they can. Keep squeezing. Inhale, come back up, nice and steady. Okay, don't overdo this. Only bring it down as far as you know you can pull back from. Release to the right hand side. Keep squeezing the knees together. Hold left shoulder blade as your guide. Hold it there. Breathe. Soften, release. Bring your knees back up. Okay, then bring your feet to the floor, soles to the floor. You can release that squeeze and then release your knees to the left hand side. Okay, feel the difference between that sort of engagement you had just then. Soften through your right hip, right waist. Shoulder blade is still your guide. Breathe as you release and relax. Bring your knees back up. Release the other way. Same thing, left shoulder blade your guide. Okay, and then soften through left waist, left hip. Come back up. Okay, bring your right arm, right leg vertically upwards. Okay, so leave your left where it is. Nice deep breath in, push the heel away, flex foot, spread the toes. Nice and slowly bring it to the floor. Okay, feel everything as you go down. Bend the knee if the weight gets a little bit too much for you, but if you can keep it straight, bring it all the way to the floor. And then same with the other one, so left leg vertically upwards, push the heel away, flex foot, spread the toes, release, coming down, nice and slowly, into our final relaxation position, arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up, tuck your chin in, gently roll your head from side to side, and then scan your body. Okay, as you scan your body, try and soften, release and relax it. So start with your head and face, neck, shoulders, walk down both arms to the backs of the hands, your fingers, relax everything, and then back up to upper back, mid back, low back, buttocks. So just relax your bum. Okay, so everything's squashing down into the floor, all the way down the backs of your legs, calf muscles, heels, soles of your feet to your tootsies, top of your foot, ankles, shins, knees, thighs, pelvis, abdomen, chest, neck, back to your face. And then focus on your breathing. Nice, steady, deep, natural breaths. Okay, feeling the movement of your torso, the expansion in your ribs, the lifting of your ribs and belly as you inhale. And then on the exhale, the natural squeeze and fall of your chest. Help the diaphragm gently pull it up towards the ribs, squeeze everything out before relaxing into an inhale and exhale. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out, relax. Okay, and just take a nice deep breath in. Come back to the here and now, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and then bring your arms up over your head. Give your body a lovely long stretch, pointing the toes, flexing the feet, and then very slowly bending your knees, roll over to one side or the other, and using your hand, press yourself back up to a comfortable sitting position. Nice straight spines, palms together, relax your elbows, close your eyes, tuck your chin in, and just take a couple of nice steady deep inhales. Namaste. Thank you. See you again next time.